What else would an investor expect from any country? You have all the connectivity, strategically located, you have the skilled workforce, you have the potential to export other markets, you are very well connected, you speak the language of the investors, you speak the language of the international community, you are welcoming. I think there cannot be any other ideal place than this. WAIPA was founded in 1995 by United Nations together with 40 countries in Geneva headquarters. It's a global NGO formed of 110 countries currently, and our main aim is to empower investment promotion agencies in collaboration with our consultative committee members such as UNCTAD, UNIDO, ILO, OECD, World Bank and many others to implement projects with countries to make sure that the IPAs can perform better and can support investors all over the world to attract, to facilitate and to advocate FDI. Well, I'm around since about 10 years and yes, I've been acting as the CEO. Foreign direct investment is not going great, as you can also know. According to UNCTAD's recent report, we see that there's a 2% decline all over the globe. It is a tough time for sure because there are a lot of pressure because of inflation, because of conflict zones, because of nearshoring, new strategies, a lot of conflicts on trade, etc. This is something that makes investors to think twice before investing. And governments also to struggle providing investable projects for investors. It shrinks the cake for sure, which somehow enhances the competition. But we do believe that this competition can also somehow provides us some room for collaboration between the countries to attract investors first to the regions by providing them the opportunities in those regions. I think Caribbean is a great example for that. And then helping them for the countries specifically to make sure that we can somehow create some investable projects for sustainable FDI and for climate FDI especially, to create jobs, to transfer technology and to spur growth. IPAs, this is how they are known, investment promotion agencies. They have only promotion in their names, but they have many others in their mandates because they are not only promoting, they are facilitating, they are advocating, they are providing feedback to their policymakers to create a more business-friendly investment environment. So they are the private sector face of governments. This is why investment promotion agencies act like a government, but still being able to understand the expectations of the private sector, of the investors. This is why they have a very critical position in this equation of FDI. We do believe that in case they can be empowered, they can really make sure that the investors can find the investable projects and governments can be able to understand the expectations of the investors. However, they are facing enormous challenges. According to our studies with the World Bank, we do see that they are facing challenges about budget cuts, bureaucratic hurdles, not being enough supported by their governments, not being enough supported as per human skills. This is the reasons why they cannot perform 100%. And this is something that we totally understand. This is exactly why WAIPA exists, to support them, to advocate them. In addition to that, OECD's recent study also shows that they are facing financial challenges, be it national or subnational investment promotion agencies. We do believe that they need to be empowered. WAIPA is somehow leading these efforts globally, and we also understand that not all the IPAs are in the same situation. Some of them are doing great. They are connected to the presidency, to the prime minister. They are provided with amazing funds. They have a lot of people under their authority, and they can really provide ideal services for investors. But there are other IPAs as well who have only a few people on the desk, who are unable even to connect internet. This is the reality, actually, in lesser developed countries especially. I would say certainly yes. I'm not going to make it long. Yesterday we had an amazing event, FDI Awards, and Pro Dominicana provides recognition to the investors. I've been visiting several investors with my colleagues from Pro Dominicana, And I saw how they feel. I've been asking them, the CEOs of these large-size companies, what are their most important expectations or their most important satisfaction that they've received from Pro Dominicana. They were saying that we do know that we are being listened to. I do know that they are concerned with our concerns. And this is the most important thing that we would expect. Another very big advantage of Dominican Republic is that Mrs. Rivera and her team are doing really great job. And I do saw that they are like friends with investors. And they can work together. Investor does not feel like I will have to be running let's say, around tens of different bureaucratic struggles, but one call is going to solve everything. In addition to that, I think the leadership of His Excellency President is also the key to this. He is a businessman. He can understand the expectations of the business. And he comes from the business sector. He comes from the private sector. He can think like an investor. I think that's a great importance and that's a great leadership. I had the opportunity to meet with him yesterday during the event. It was really a pleasure, and I really saw how he was. I mean, even his presence at this event was a great signal that how big importance he gives to that. And of course, the success is going to follow. We see the figures as well. Despite the decrease in the world, in Dominican Republic, you see the increase. They are now exceeding $4 billion FDI. It's going to continue. It's not a surprise. More you are connected with the investment community, more investors are happy in your country, you're going to receive more. The FDI is becoming more and more important given the current struggles in the global economy. I mean, IMF foresees that until 2030, the growth is going to be limited by 2.8%. It's really crazy. This is the reason why the countries are somehow have to be focusing more on FDI. And they will have to be helping investors. They shouldn't see them as invaders because they will have to be targeting quality investments, not quantity investments. This is more important than ever to create jobs, but decent jobs, to attract investments, but sustainable investments, but climate investments, not only environmentally important, but also socially, to provide a better future for our communities. Investors, before making their decisions, they look very important at three important factors: political stability, economic stability, and the future of the country. How does it look, future outlook? And I do think that in Dominican Republic you have all three of them. I mean, the current government is appreciating investments, he understands the expectations, and he shows them the future that where they can invest. Investment is unlike the trade. In trade you can buy and sell products in a very short while. But when you invest in a country, you invest in the future of the country as well. So you become actually one. So your destiny is becoming a one. Therefore, next 30 years, 40 years is being the case for the investments. Therefore, I do think that the current government gives that confidence. It does not matter whether this is Dominican Republic or XYZ country. When you look at these conditions, there's no elsewhere to invest. Nearshoring can be an amazing chance, opportunity, if I may say, for Dominican Republic. Very strategically located in the Caribbean region, very close to the US, and we do know that around 90% of US companies, they are planning nearshoring. So this is going to be an amazing experience, and it's going to be an amazing opportunity for Dominican Republic to attract his attention towards them. And we do know that Dominican Republic is ready. They are already doing great. So by empowering, let's say, Pro Dominicana, by improving other legislative, let's say, structures, by continuing this mindset of welcoming investors, I think this is going to be improving a lot already. So as WAIPA, when we spoke with Pro Dominicana, we thought that yes, this is the right time to take steps further. And we do see that Pro Dominicana is getting strengthened, and more they are stronger, with more people, with higher capacity, to be able to reach out to more investors, to promote the country more. There's going to be no reason to benefit from this nearshoring trends. Pro Dominicana was elected as our steering committee member last year by our General Assembly. with a very strong support from our General Assembly. We have 110 countries in our General Assembly as our members, and Pro Dominicana was elected by them. And since then, we have an amazing collaboration with them. And after many years, the first time we organized a regional event here, WAIPA Regional Conference, with the support of the Pro Dominicana and Mrs. Rivera. And we had the honor to welcome the Vice President to our event. And also we also had the other investment promotion agencies in the Caribbean to join us for our regional event. Our collaboration is going great, and thanks to them, we can also be able to reach out to other investment promotion agencies in the region. And they saw that it's going in a perfect direction, and it's being a role model for them as well. So we can grow together. This mentality somehow is being improved, enhanced with the help of Pro Dominicana in the region. And strategically, I do see a great potential in the Caribbean region. Of course, the region is going to support each other while competing. As we spoke in the beginning, while competing, the collaboration becomes also very, very important. We must make the region more attractive for the investors first, so that everybody in the region, every country in the region, can take some part of the collaboration. One is providing one part of this investment, another one is providing it. Whomever is strong about whatever, put something in it, collaborate, make the region shine, and then attract the investors to the specific countries. And for this, I think Pro Dominicana is being an amazing help for us. And we are extremely happy to work with them. And we are very much looking forward to organize our next regional meeting next year. In every country in the region, they have something that they are very much strong in. You cannot cover everything as one single country. Let's say any country in EU, in Europe, let's take it, put them in Africa. Probably they would be less attractive. They are more attractive because they are a part of the community. So in case we can create that community, in case we can somehow utilize the model of being one region together, it's going to get stronger, and it's going to help to attract more investors from abroad, maybe not all of them in one single country, but many of them in different countries, to make sure that the region is getting stronger.